Kana Hobnobby relatives, Bimbiwa, Tahushka, Obi Miha. So what's good, everybody? Hope everyone's doing well this morning. I wanted to actually bring you something a little bit different today. So what we're going to get into is we are going to look at the 19th century photos of free African American and Indian families. Dodge the hijack. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so the first set we're going to look at here, it says Indian families, Almond, Bass, Collins, Cook, Langston, Major, and Weaver. All right, let's take a look. All right, so it says Indian families. And let's read the caption here and see who we got here. So we got William H. Weaver is sitting. That would be this gentleman here. Augustus Bass is standing behind him. That would be this gentleman back here. And it says the Weaver family were indentured East Indians from modern day India and Pakistan, who were free in Lancaster County by about 1710. By 1732, they were taxable in Norfolk County and taxable mulatto landowners in nearby Hertford County, North Carolina by 1741. By 1820, there were 164 free colored members of the family in Hertford County. In the 1830s, some registered as Nansemond Indians in Norfolk County, and the Smithsonian Institution, Nansemond Indians circa 1900. All right. So there's the family. All right, let's keep it moving. So next family we have, it says Pamunkey Indian, Simeon Collins. I believe that is this gentleman here. And his Kent County wife, Pinky, which I believe is her here. And that says circa 1899, Smithsonian Institution. All right, so let's keep it moving. Let's see, so this family here, but you guys take a look at them real quick. I think we've all seen this photo before. So the caption says Lee Major. I believe that's this gentleman back here. His wife, Sarah Langston Major. That would be her. A Pamunkey, and their sons, Opit Cheapin Major, standing. I believe that's him. Powhatan Major, seated. I believe that's this little kid here. And Elliston Openchancano Major. And it says Mattapony Indian circa 1900 on the Mattapony River in King William County. They were counted in the 1900 census in the Mattapony Indian town. A 38-year-old fisherman, a 26-year-old wife, Sarah, who could read and write with children. Powhatan 11, attending school. Chan 8, and it says Natty Course 7. And the Chapin 2. All right, so let's keep it moving. So that's the Major family. All right, so next we got Caroline Cook, born December 1840, and this would be her in the back. Her son George Major Cook, that would be this gentleman here. Born October 1860, his wife Theodora Octavia Cook, and this is her. Born May 1863, and their children. Major Thomas, born December 1887. Antigone Pontiac, born August 1899. George Theo, born September 1891. Capitola Ulala, born May 1893, and Coma Deerfoot, born September 1897. And this is Smithsonian Institute photo number 880. All right, so that is the Cook family. All right, let's keep it moving. So this picture here we did see before when I read off the Allman family history. And let's read the caption here. So it says Leah Langston, born June 1846. I believe this is her right here. Virginia Allman, born 1883. I believe that's this young lady. Ellen Allman, born September 1880. I believe that's this young lady. Reverend Alexander Allman, I believe this gentleman here. Pinky Allman, I believe is this young lady here. And Delilah Allman, born March 1877. It says they were considered to be Pamunkey Indians, Smithsonian photo number 895. And it goes on to say Alexander Allman was a son of Thornton Allman, a free mulatto from Gloucester County, and his wife, Dicey Major, of King William County. Thornton Allman probably descended from Jenny Allman, head of a Gloucester County, Virginia household of 10 other free in 1810. Leah Langston, widow of Holt Langston, was the daughter of John Langston and Oni Wynn, and granddaughter of Curtis Wynn, a free mulatto from King William County. All right, so let's keep it moving. Next picture here we have, just take a look at it for a second here. All right, so this is a Pamunkey school in 1900. Smithsonian Institute, photo number 866. All right, so that is the photos of Indian families. All right, let's keep it moving. So next we have a 19th century photo of an unknown family in Cass County, Michigan. And this is the family here. So it says this photo was found in the attic of a descendant of the Stewart, Still, and Jenkins families. All right, let you take a look there. All right, let's keep it moving. Next, we have a 19th century photo. We're going to see the Banks, Bass, Beckett, Bibbins, Bibby, Burden, Chavis, Gowan, Hammond, Levener, Macklin, Mitchell, Oakey, Pettiford, Penn, Ratley, and Waters families. Let's take a look. All right, so there's the photo. Let's see who we got here. We have William Solomon Bibby, 1835 to 1916, sitting on his front porch in Franklin County, and I believe this is William Solomon Bibby right here. He was the grandson of Solomon Bibby and great-grandson of Mary Bibby and the slave named Charles. His wife, Julia Chavers, this would be this lady here. Chavis is at his side, their children and 2 grandchildren above and below them. All right, so let's see who we got. The back where we have Lena Bibby Mills. We have William S. Bibby Jr., gentleman with the mustache here. We have Patrick Bibby and Mary Bibby Howe. All right, in the front row, we have Charlie Bibby, Willie Arthur Bibby, Percy Bibby, and looks like Dorsey Bibby. All right, so that's the Bibby family. All right, let's keep it moving. So next here we have Narcissa Pettiford Ratley right here. Her husband, Jesse Ratley, right here in the middle. And her sister, Martha Pettiford Ratley, here on the end. She was a descendant of the Bass, Bibby, Mitchell, and Pettiford families, a 19th century genealogist. She wrote a letter in 1893 tracing her family history back to her great-grandparents. Her genealogy can be verified from surviving public records. All right, let's see what else it says. It says Jesse Ratley, a Bibby descendant, was a shoemaker and ruling elder of Mount Pleasant Presbyterian Church from 1870 to 1872. And then it says the photos are from a family collection of Robert Jackson of Silver Springs, Maryland. All right, so that's the Ratley family. All right, let's keep it moving. Next, we have Dora Lucinda Gowan, born 1870 in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, and her husband, Jubal McPherson Harless. That'd be this gentleman here. The Gowan family descend from Michael Gowan, a Negro servant who was free in Virginia in 1657. And the photo is from the collection of Donna Schofield. All right, so be Gowan and Harless. All right, so let's keep it moving. Next, we have Major George Beckett and his wife Jane, both born about 1849 in Accomack County, Virginia. Major was a son of Peter Beckett and great-great-great-grandson of a Northampton County, Virginia slave named Peter Beckett, who married a white servant woman named Sarah Dawson in 1680. Major also descended from Mary Bevins or Bibbins, a white servant woman who had children by a slave named Jack, who belonged to Edward Scarborough of Accomack County in 1728. Then it says the photos are from the collection of William and Carolyn Adams. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, next we have Fanny Adeline Macklin right here, who married William Pettiford in Stokes County, North Carolina in 1846. In the middle is their oldest child, Sarah Elizabeth, wife of George Taylor. On the right is their youngest child, Cornelia Adeline, born September 9, 1868, in Kernersville, North Carolina. Then it says Cornelia married Reverend Lewis Burton Gibson in Greensboro, North Carolina on December 12, 1888. The photos are from a collection of Cornelia Gibson. All right, it says the Macklin family were free African-American members of Broughton Parish, James City County in 1740s, and owned land in Wake County in the 18th century. The Pettifords were landowners in Granville County in the 1750s. Fanny and William's son, William, married Adeline Oakey. The Oakey family was free in Delaware about 1680 and owned land in Granville County in the 18th century. There were also Granville County marriages between Pettifords and Durhams. In 1813 and 1822, the Durhams were free in Delaware about 1690. All right. Next, we have Robert Andrew Penn, born 1817 in Virginia, registered as a free Negro in Fredericksburg in 1839. He was the pastor of the Monumental Baptist Church in West Philadelphia from 1869 until his death in 1887. The Penn Memorial Church in Philadelphia is named in his honor. He descends from Robert Penn, born about 1710, an Indian who joined the free African-American community of Lancaster County, Virginia. All right, so that's Robert Penn. All right, next we have Martha Waters, wife of George W. Levener, with their daughters. The Levener family descends from Jean Lavina, a Norfolk County slave whose master, Major John Nichols, freed her children, John and Sarah, and left them 350 acres of land in Norfolk County, Virginia in 1697. Sarah married William Bass, and they were the ancestors of the Bass family of Norfolk County. John's descendants sold their land to the Bass family in 1728 and bought land in Bertie County, North Carolina in 1745. The Leaveners were landowners in Richmond County, North Carolina by 1790. All right, so that's the Waters family right here. All right, let's keep it moving. So next here we have, it says Alfred Burdine sitting left. I believe that's this gentleman here. And his wife, Laura Banks Burdine. That's her. Alfred was probably related to David Burdine, who was a free-colored head of a Pendleton District, South Carolina household with one slave in 1820. Laura was the daughter of Nathaniel Banks of Virginia and Jane White Banks of Kentucky. Jane was the daughter of Dorcas Hammond White and the granddaughter of Charles Hammond, who was born in 1780 in North Carolina. Their children, standing from left to right, are Nathaniel Burdine, this gentleman here. Then we got Effie Burdine, this young lady here. Luke Burdine, this gentleman here. Amanda Burdine, that's her. Elizabeth Bell Burdine, that's her. We got Alfred Burdine here on the end. Seated on the right of Charles is Charles Granville Burdine, and it looks like Edie Burdine. The insert picture between the parents is Janet Banks, the sister of Laura Banks Burdine. All right, and it says the Banks family descends from Elizabeth Banks, a white servant who had a child by a slave in York County, Virginia in 1683. And the Hammond family descends from Margaret Hammond, a white servant who had a child by a slave in Northampton County, Virginia in 1689. All right, so let's keep it moving. All right, so next we are going to do the Archer, Artist, Day, Dungy, Gilbert, Hawks, Jeffries, Penn, Pompey, and Rickman family. All right, let's get into it. All right, here we go. So first we have Thomas Dungy and his sister Sarah Dungy in the 1880s. There's a picture of them. They were born in Virginia, the children of Richard Dungy and Nancy Penn. All right, so Sarah married Uriah Rickman and lived in Calvin Center, Michigan. Their sister Matilda, not shown, married Samuel Hawks, a free slave whose photo is shown below, so we'll see him here shortly. The Dungy family descends from Frances Dungy, a servant woman who had mixed-race children in Brunswick County, Virginia in the 1720s. Like most free African-American families who had been free since the colonial period, they claimed Indian ancestry. All right, let's keep it moving. Next, we have an 1890 photo of Napoleon Pompey. Napoleon was the son of Dalston Pompey, born about 1802, who registered as a free Negro in Brunswick County, Virginia in 1823. The Pompey family descends from John and Ann Pompey, who were free in Brunswick County, Virginia in the 1730s. All right, next we have Washington Pompey. I believe that's this gentleman here, and his wife, Annis Jenkins. I believe that would be her. And children on their porch in Covert, Michigan, about 1900. Washington was the son of Dawson Pompey. All right, let's keep it moving. Next, we have Richard Pompey and his wife, Olivia Gilbert, and their children, Harold, Corinne, and Casper, about 1910. Richard, born in Whitley County, Indiana in 1875, was the son of Zachariah Pompey and Nancy Rickman, sister of William H. Rickman, shown below. I guess we're going to see him below. Zachariah was the son of Fielding Pompey, born about 1801, who married Lavinia Jeffries, daughter of Herbert Jeffries of Brunswick County, Virginia. And it says Libby Gilbert was the daughter of a white woman and an African-American man. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, so next here we have Adelphia Rickman. That would be her, born about 1854, and her brother William H. Rickman, born about 1859. They were born in Calvin Center, Michigan, the children of Uriah Rickman and Sarah Dungy, and the grandchildren of Peter Rickman. The Rickman family probably originated in Halifax County, Virginia. During the colonial period, John and Nicholas Rickman were heads of other free households in Stokes County, North Carolina in 1800. All right, so that's the Rickmans. All right, so next here we have Richard Stewart, his wife Annie Day, and their daughter Alta Day in Calvin Township, Michigan. It says Annie was the daughter of Isaiah Day and Martha Hawkes, the granddaughter of Peter Day and Edith Archer, and the great-granddaughter of Solomon Day and Julia Artis of Southampton County, Virginia. The Day family of Southampton County most likely descended from Mary Day, a white indentured servant woman of Northumberland County, Virginia, who had a child by a free African-American man in 1692. Martha Hawkes was the daughter of Samuel Hawkes, a former slave. All right, and here we go. Here is Samuel Hawkes. This is a former slave who was freed in Nottoway County, Virginia, about 1836. He moved to Gallia, Ohio, and then to Calvin Center, Michigan, where he was reported to have been the largest taxpayer. He married Matilda Dungy, sister of Sarah Dungy, who was shown on the first page of these photos. Much of the 19th century genealogy for the above photos was taken from rejected Eastern Cherokee claims filed in 1907. All right. So let's keep it moving. Let's go to our next batch of photos. All right, so next we're going to look at the Mozingo family, I believe. See who we have. Okay. So it says Susan Mozingo Ward, the great-great-granddaughter of Edward Mozingo, a Negro man who completed his apprenticeship in Virginia in 1672. Shown below are her three daughters, Martha Caroline Ward, Susan Ward, and Jerome Ward. Okay, so that would be Martha Caroline Ward. Then we should have Susan Ward. And then I believe the last one said Jerome Ward. Not sure if I pronounced that name right or not because it's a female. So, all right, so that's the Ward family, or Mozingo Ward family. All right, let's keep it moving. Next, we have 19th century photos of the Weaver settlement. It says Burton, Curry, Franklin, Hill, Nickens, Nichols, Pettiford, Shoecraft, Weaver. And this may be a autobiography, so let me take a look here. I believe it might be pretty lengthy, so I just want to show the picture here. So I believe he is a weaver. All right. Let's keep it moving. Next, we have, let's see, we have a Bertie County, North Carolina, Bazemore, Cobb, and Hoggart. See who we got. All right, so this is James William Evans, 1844 to 1883, this gentleman here, and his wife Mary Eliza Hoggart, and their children William, John and Mary Evans. Mary Eliza Hoggard was a descendant of free African American Cobb and Bazemore families of Bertie County, North Carolina. James William Evans was from the Dorchester County, Maryland. All right, so that's it for that one. Let's keep it moving. Next, it looks like we have Dunston and Manley. See who we got. All right, so it says Richard Rice Dunston, 1835 to 1924 of Franklin County, North Carolina, and his second wife, Mary Eliza Harris Dunston. Richard's first wife was Mary Eliza Manley. And let's see who we got next. So that's the Dunstons. Next we have, looks like Jones. So William F. Jones and his wife Kitty Mason Jones in a photo taken during the 1890s. He was the son of Fenner Jones, a free mulatto who lived in Franklin County, North Carolina. Fenner married Marathana Dunston in December 1840. And then it says in the 1850 census, they appeared along with 4 of their children. He is listed as a farmer with property value of $300. So that's the Jones family. All right, there's the picture. All right, let's see what we got next. Okay, I think that's it for this one. So let's keep it moving. All right, so next we have Calvin Township, Michigan, Stewart, Cousins, and White families. All right. First we have Paralee Cousins Stewart, born in 1861, and her son Frederick William Stewart, born in 1886. Photo was taken about 1901. Paralee, her husband Charles, and daughter Florence lived in Calvin Township, Cass County, Michigan in 1880. Frederick was born in Porter Township, and Paralee later moved to Walworth County, Wisconsin, and married Richard Charles Stewart. All right, so that's the Stewart family. Keep it moving. Next, we have, looks like more Stewarts, okay. Or excuse me, White family. So it says Alfred standing in the rear, seated in the middle is Paralee Stewart, Harry, and Florence. And then it says holding Valensula on her lap. In front, you got Joseph K., Sylvania, and Zeta. It says Cluster was born a few months after the photo was taken. So that's the White family. All right, so let's keep it moving. All right, and then we have Mr. Richard Stewart, born January 10th, 1800 in Powhatan County, Virginia. He came to Cass County, Michigan in 1858 and died in Penn Township on May 6, 1885. He was the son of John Stewart and his wife Frances Dungy of Powhatan County. All right, so that's Mr. Richard Stewart. All right, so let's keep it moving. So next, we are going to do Logan County, Ohio. You have the Artis, Bird, Chavis, Haithcock, Hicks, King, Moxley, Newsom, Redmond, and Wingo families. All right, let's take a look. All right, so first off here, we have Daniel Chavis, son of Bartlett Chavis, with his wife Irena King, daughter of Forrester King and Nancy Moxley in Champaign County, Ohio. They were married on December 23rd, 1852 in Logan County. All right, that's Chavis family. All right, next we have Eliza Jane Stiglitz Bird, granddaughter of Bartlett Chavis. All right, so she is a Bird. from the Bird family. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, next we have Presley Redmond Wingo. That would be this gentleman here, I believe, whose family came to Ohio from Virginia in the early 1800s. And Gwendolyn Wingo, that would be Miss Wingo, great-great-granddaughter of Sterling Havecock of Northampton County, North Carolina. All right. So you got a Wingo family here. All right, let's keep it moving. Next, we have Ida Mae Hicks, daughter of Richard Artis of Southampton County, Virginia, and his wife Susan Morgan Artis, daughter of William and Elizabeth Morgan of Virginia. Says Richard Artis was the son of John Artis and Jane Bird Artis of Southampton County. Ida married Frederick Hicks in 1891. Frederick was the son of James Hicks and Judith Newsom Hicks, and grandson of Joshua Hicks of Southampton County, and Henry Newsom of Northampton County, North Carolina. All right, that's Miss Ida Mae Hicks. All right. Next family we have here is going to be, looks like the Newsom family. So we have Clara Newsom, back row left end, and Veda Saninu and Mary Newsom, back row center, attending the mostly white Chicory School of Logan County, Ohio in the early 1900s. They were the descendants of Newsom family of Northampton County, North Carolina. So that's the Newsom family. All right, so let's head back here, see what we got next. All right, next we have Bladen County, North Carolina. It looks like it's going to be the Blanks family. All right, so it says Matilda Blanks, born about 1870, was the daughter of Salter and Curly Blanks of Bladen County, North Carolina. Granddaughter of Mikhail Blanks, great-granddaughter of Alfred Blanks, and great-great-granddaughter of John Blanks, who was a mixed blood taxable in Bladen County in 1774. All right, that's the Blanks family. All right, keep it moving. Next, we're going to have the Nash County, North Carolina Lucas family. All right, so we have John Lucas, 1843 to 1926, his wife Delphia Taylor Lucas of Nash County, North Carolina, about 1900. Oral history of the family states that John, although of mixed race, could pass for white, and that Delphia was Indian. He was probably the son of Martin and Eliza Lucas of Nash County. Delphia was the daughter of Dempsey Taylor and his wife Louisa Pace. All right, there they are. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, then we have John and Delphia Lucas, daughter of Dora Lucas, upper right. Be right here, I believe. And their grandchildren, children of their son Edward Lucas and his wife Cora Lucas. All right, so that's the Lucas family. Sometimes spelled Locus, as you can see. All right, so that's the Lucas clan. Let's keep it moving. All right, next we're going to do the Logan County, Ohio, and Cass County, Michigan, Allen and Tabor. All right, so we got, I think we did this family on our, where we were doing the history of the family. So that would be Joseph Allen and his wife, Rebecca Tabor. All right, let's go down here below and see what we got. So we have the family and charter members of the Mount Zion AME Church, photo taken in front of the church in 1918. Cass County, Michigan. Next to the church is a cemetery where many members of the Allen and Sanders families are buried. All right. So let's head back. And next we have Anderson family of Granville County, North Carolina. Let's take a look. All right, so we have Dora Anderson Miller pictured there. And she's going to be one of the, this family is going to be our next North Carolina family history one, so I'm not going to read too much into it. All right, so that's Dora Anderson Miller. That's her picture. All right, so next we have the Spears and Dungy families. Let's see what we got. All right, so this gentleman here is James Spears, born about 1828 in Charlotte County, Virginia. Was the third child of James Spears Sr. and his wife Rebecca Dungy. He married Serena Catherine St. John, free persons of color, December 18, 1847, Charlotte County, Virginia bond. He registered in Charlotte County on October 7, 1850. Bright complexion, age 22, freeborn, son of James Spears and Rebecca, his wife. Shortly after the birth of their first child, Henry Brooks Spears, the couple moved to Demery County, Indiana, with his parents and siblings. He enlisted in the Civil War, farmed in Kansas and Nebraska, and was listed as a mail carrier in the census for the Custer County, Nebraska in 1900. He died July 7th, 1906 in Hall County, Nebraska, and his wife Serena died at the house of their daughter Hannah Johnson on December 30th, 1912. All right, so that's James Spears. All right. Let's head back here. That's all for that one. See, next we have some photos from Cass County, Michigan. And that is going to be the AME church photo again that we just looked at. So just looking here, we have some Sanders, last name, Allen. Kind of hard to make out, but you can take a look at this particular site for yourself and see if you can, you know, recognize any of your family members in this. Let's head back. Next, we are going to do Lancaster County Nickens family. All right, so we have here Armstead Nickens, born about 1836, son of Armstead and Polly Weaver Nickens, and grandson of Elijah Weaver. In 1871, he was elected to represent Lancaster County in the Virginia House of Delegates. It says this photo is in the Lancaster County Courthouse. Armstead Nickens. All right. See, next we are going to do the Spurlock and Boone families of Petersburg and Rhode Island. See what we got here. So John Emmet Spurlock, born in Petersburg about 1835 to Frederick and Betsy, with his daughter Emma Boone Spurlock on the left, daughter of Martha Boone of Westward, Petersburg, and his second wife, Abby Lucretia Spurlock, 1850 to 1925, of Providence, Rhode Island, daughter of Sanford Gears and Isabel Fry, who were also born in Providence. Martha Boone was the daughter of Lucy Boone, according to the Registry of Free Negroes of Petersburg for 1839 to 1850, number 5090. All right, so that would be the Spurlocks. All right, let's keep it moving. So next we are going to do the Combo family of Brunswick County, North Carolina. All right, so we have, this is Guilford Combo, about 1904. I believe that would be this gentleman here. He's Combo. It says the Brunswick County, North Carolina branch of the Combo family, circa 1900. Kenneth Combo, his wife, Thilda, Ursula, Potter, and their children. Kenneth was the son of Isom Combo, who was the son of Solomon Combo, who was the son of Cannon Combo. These photos belong to Denise Combo Long, who can be contacted. Okay. So that's the Combo family. All right. All right. Let's head back. And next is going to be the Proctor family of Charles County, Maryland, and Washington County, Pennsylvania. Let's take a look. All right. So we got Jacob Proctor Kelly, born February 28, 1868, and his wife Rose Ann Proctor Kelly, with their daughter Alice, 2 years old, seated between them in Hanover Township, Washington County, Pennsylvania, about 1899. Bottom left to right are their other children, Dora, we got Nettie, Harry, looks like Illa, and Albert. Roseanne Proctor was the great-great-granddaughter of Jacob Proctor of Charles County, Maryland. All right, so that's the Proctor family. Or excuse me, the Kelly family. All right, let's see what else we got. All right, I believe that is it for them. And next we have the Demery family of Bladen County, North Carolina. All right, so Demery family. Pictured here, let's see. Take a look, Demery. More Demery family members. That one's kind of hard to see. That one's pretty bad too. All right, more Demerys. All right, so I believe that is, oh, one more Demery picture. All right, so that's the Demery family. All right, let's go back. And last one is going to be the Canada, Roberts, Cousins, Wheeler, families of Halifax and Charlotte counties, Virginia. Also some South Carolina families. Let's see what we got. Okay, so first we have William or Joseph Canada, Halifax, Virginia. There he is. All right, it says William Canada was born 1862 to 1886. His parents were Joseph B. 1843, and Sookie, or Susan Canada, born 1840. And it says Joseph and Sookie are this person's grandparents. Okay. Next we have Richard Roberts and Luella Lax. All right. So there they are. Says this is Fanny Garrett, born 1843, Halifax, Virginia. And Isabella Garrett, born 1856 in Halifax. It says Isabella and Fanny, the mothers of my, okay, this is another person talking about the collection here. Okay. Okay, in this picture, it looks like we have Madison Mofield Wheeler, Laura Wheeler, Sarah Cousins, William Wheeler. All right, so that's the Wheelers. Let's see who we got over here. Here, let me zoom out a little bit so we can get everybody in the picture here. All right, so we got, looks like Anthony Wheeler. There he is. And let's see, we got Anthony and Bennett. Looks like we got Anthony again with Caroline Newton. Let's keep on going down. We got Mammy Anna Bennett, Lula Anna Bennett. We got John Smoak, Selena Jane Anna Bennett. We got Charles Walker and Lula Anna Bennett again. See Charles Anna Bennett. We got Peter Caesar Anna Bennett. What else we got over here? We got John Anna Bennett, Curtis Benjamin, Henry Anna Bennett. All right, so that is the Anna Bennett's down there. Then we had some Whalers, Blacks, and the Canada family. All right, so that's the photos I wanted to show everybody. So maybe if some of these people are part of your genealogy, there's some pictures to put the names with some faces. So hopefully that can help out in your genealogy searches. Again, it's always nice to be able to see your actual ancestors, because sometimes it's hard to find actual pictures of them. All right, so let me stop screen sharing. All right, relatives. So hopefully that this video was helpful to you in your genealogy searches. Again, I got one other little thing I'm gonna go over to in the next video, probably before we get back into the family histories. But again, if anyone needs any help with any surnames or anything I can look up for you, just hit me up in the comments. And as always, I really appreciate everyone taking the time to watch my videos. And like I always say, I'll see you next time. Later.